Let us now discuss the steps to solve perspective projection using one method known as visual ray method. There are several methods, but we are just discussing visual ray method in our syllabus. So I think you are familiar with the nomenclature. We have four different planes. First one, ground plane. Second one is called picture plane, perpendicular to the ground plane. Third one is called a central plane, and then a horizon plane. But in some other cases we are taking a fifth plane, that is called the auxiliary ground plane. Normally these planes are represented by capital letters. GP means ground plane, PP means picture plane, and HP means horizon plane. And visual rays are actually imaginary lines that are, that will connect the object and the observer. So in our problems you can draw construction lines, which means very light lines to connect object and the observer. We'll see that. So first of all, I'll explain how these planes will look like in your real problem or your solution. As I told you, the ground plane is exactly like your horizontal plane HP, and that will appear like a horizontal line in your paper. So you can draw a horizontal line like this. This is known as a front view of the ground plane. So it is denoted by EGP. Since we are looking the object from the front, that ground plane is a horizontal plane and it will appear like a horizontal line like this. So this horizontal line is known as EGP, elevation of the ground plane. Similarly, the picture plane is a plane that is perpendicular to the ground plane. If you look at the top view of the picture plane, we will get a line. It's also a horizontal line parallel to the ground plane. So parallel to the XY line or parallel to the ground plane, you will get a horizontal plane like this. Horizontal line like this. It is known as plan or top view of the picture plane. So it is denoted by PPP line. Just imagine you have a vertical plane and a horizontal plane. The intersection of vertical plane and horizontal plane is XY line. So that is your EGP line, something like that. And you are placing a picture plane in front of the vertical plane. So you are placing a plane in front of the vertical plane, that is known as picture plane. And if you are drawing the plan of that picture plane, you will get a horizontal line like this. So PPP line, plan of picture plane, is a horizontal line parallel to the EGP line, elevation of ground plane, front view of the ground plane. After that, you can mark the object, position of the object. They will give you in question. Here I am taking object O as a single point. Sometimes it is a point, sometimes it is a line, sometimes it is a solid object. So I am taking point O as a single point. They will give you in question like this: point O, that is object, is some distance, for example 50 mm above HP. Something is above the ground plane means you have to take that much distance above the EGP line. This is the elevation of the ground plane. So from this level you have to take 50 mm, you will get O dash. We know that the front view and the top view of the object, they are lying on the same projection line. So you can draw a projection line like this, and you can mark the picture plane somewhere, and they will give you in question where is the exact location of point to O, where is the top view of the object. They will give you the top view is 20 mm behind the picture plane, which means you can take 20 mm behind this line, horizontal line. You can mark the top view like this. So this is how we are marking the front view and the top view of a particular object. After that, they will give the distance of the object from the observer. So for example, the object is 40 mm towards right of the observer, which means the observer is 40 mm towards the left of the object. So if you can mark the object from this point, you can take 40 mm to the left side. So draw a line perpendicular to this horizontal plane, that is ground plane, picture plane, and a EGP line, a EHP line. So that line is known as central plane. Central plane is a plane perpendicular to the picture plane and the ground plane. So it is actually a reference whether the object is on the right side or whether the object is on the left side. So here object is on the right side and the observer is towards the left of the object. So you can draw like this and draw the central plane. It is a line perpendicular to PPP line and EGP line, and on that line you can take the distance, height of the observer. The observer is 100 mm above HP, which means S dash, the eye level in front of you, is 100 mm from this EGP line, you can take 100 mm, you will get S dash on the center plane. Similarly, from the picture plane you can take the distance of point S. Point S is some distance in front of the picture plane. Take the distance of the picture plane from take the distance of station point from the picture plane, then you can mark the top view of the picture plane like this. So this is S dash and S. Station point front view is S dash, station point top view is small letter s, and the line connecting S dash and S is known as central plane. After drawing this, you have to draw visual rays. Visual rays are imaginary lines connecting the station point and the object. Here we have only one point, so you can draw a single line in top view. The line connecting S and O is known as station point. Visual rays. So draw a line connecting S and O. This is known as visual ray in top view. Similarly, you can draw a line connecting S and S dash and O dash in front view. That is known as visual ray in front view. But this line, the visual ray in top view, is intersecting somewhere on the PPP line, picture plane. So that will give you the position of the perspective in top view. So you can mark that point. From there you can draw a projection line to the visual ray in front view, and it will meet somewhere on that visual ray. That will give you the perspective of single point O. You can mark capital O there. So these are the nomenclature associated with the perspective projection. Now I will explain the steps. The first step, see, you have to follow these steps to get the perspective of any object using visual ray method. So first step, draw the picture plane, PPP. Since picture plane is a plane, it will appear like a rectangle, but you can see the top of the picture plane as a single straight line. So draw the top view is plan. So plan of picture plane, it is abbreviated as PPP. Draw PPP line first. So that is the first step. Then we are completing the front view and the top view of the object. So second step is draw the top view of the object, because we got the picture plane. Now you can draw the plan of the picture plane. So in question they will give you where is the exact location of the object, whether the object is in front of the picture plane or behind the picture plane. In most of the problems it is behind the picture plane, so you can take the distance of the object from the picture plane, then draw the shape here. Here I am taking one single point, point A, so it is the top view of point A. In some other problems they will give you a cube or something like that. If it is a cube, then you can draw the top view as a square here. So that is the second step. And then third step, draw the EGP line. Now you have to mark the front view of that particular object. And to draw the front view, we need the position of EGP line, because EGP is known as elevation of ground plane and object is resting on the ground plane. So you have to mark the ground plane now. The distance of the top view and the ground plane, that won't give you in question paper. You can assume 50 mm or 20 mm. Take 15 mm or 20 mm from the top view, leave that space here, then you can draw a horizontal line like this. So that is the third step, draw EGP line. And from the ground plane, object is certain distance above. If it is a cube, it is that much edge length above height of the cube. Take the height of the cube. But here it is a single point, you can take the height of that single point, you will get A dash. Otherwise you draw the front view of the object. Sometimes it is a triangle, sometimes it is some other shape, like square or something like that. So whatever be the shape, draw the front view of the object. That is the fourth step. So you got the PPP, plan of picture plane, top view of the object, EGP line, third step. Fourth step, front view of the object. So we finished the object part. Now you have to mark the station points, observer. For that you have to take the distance of the observer from the object. So if you are drawing a line connecting A dash and A, this is the projection line of object. From that line you have to take the distance of central plane, whether the plane is towards the left side or right side of the object. That will be they will give you that information in the question. You can take that length and then draw a perpendicular line. That perpendicular line is known as central plane, and take the distance of point S, top view of the station point. So in question they will give you information like this. The observer is standing 60 or 70 mm in front of the picture plane. So from the picture plane you can take 60 or 70, you will get a small letter S. Small letter S is actually indicating the position of the station point. Similarly, they will give you the height of the station point. Station point is say 40 mm above EGP, ground plane. So you take 40 mm above the ground plane, you can mark S dash. So that is step number 5 and 6. After that you can draw a line parallel to EGP line passing through S dash. This is known as horizon plane. So horizon plane is a plane parallel to the ground plane passing through the station point. So it will appear like a straight line, horizontal line in front view. Front view is known as elevation. So elevation of horizon plane is a horizontal line like this. Draw the line like this. After that, we need to draw the visual ray in top view and visual ray in front view. So step number 8 and 9, draw the visual rays. So connect points between S and all the points in the object. If it is a cube, you will get 8 corner points. So you have to draw all the lines connecting the point S and all 8 points in top view. Similarly, you have to draw the visual rays in front view. Connect all the points in front view with the S dash. So you have to draw the visual rays in front view and the top view. But if you look here, the visual rays in top view are intersecting somewhere in the picture plane. So all the points, you will get all the points in the picture plane. So if you have infinite number of points in the object, you will get all the points here in the picture plane itself, because that is the plane where you are getting the 3D picture. So in PPP line, you will get all points. Then mark the intersection points. That is the next step, step number 10. And from the intersection points, we have to draw the projection lines upward like this. Draw the projection line. It will meet somewhere on the visual rays in front view. That will give you the perspective of that point. So this is called the perspective of point A. If it is a solid object, you can draw different number of points. You can mark different intersection points here. Then draw the visual rays. If we have point B dash here, you have to draw S dash B dash line and project them intersection point. It will meet somewhere on S dash B dash line, that is capital B. So if it is a cube with 8 points, you will get all the 8 points here, and connect all the 8 points, you will get the perspective of the cube. So this is the steps. So you have to follow these steps to get the perspective of any solid. Thank you.